I think a lot of people are really tired of live service games, and every single time when a brand new one gets announced, a lot of people are just extremely sad, and they're just sitting down wondering, what did we do to deserve this? Why is every single game developer that exists is trying to make the next big live service game? Like, something that I'm positive that this had to happen to you before is this. You ended up hearing rumors that one of your favorite game studios is making a brand new game, and you just can't wait, because this studio has a really good track record of only making extremely good video games. It's well beloved, and millions of people love them, so you just can't wait for their next game. You're wondering, is it a sequel? Is it a brand new IP? What are they gonna do? But you don't really care, because you are going to support it, because this studio has never let you down. Just for the new game to get revealed, and it is a live service game that is always online. It is a game that you can play with 4 people, and the best thing of it all, it is a looter shooter. Multiple seasons with brand new characters and legendary drops. Are you just extremely excited to play Destiny 2 clone 550? And then obviously everyone's not excited. The game gets tons of hate, and then at release, it is absolutely garbage, and then like 5 months later, it gets shut down. And that is the main thing we are talking about today: video games, especially live service games, being shut down. Because this is something that is an extremely big problem. Every single time when a big AAA company or even a small indie company makes a brand new live service game, they just don't really last that long. They'll only be around for like a year or maybe a couple of months, and then suddenly out of nowhere, the official company ended up releasing a statement on Twitter saying that we are ending service and the game is shut it down, because basically no one is playing it, mainly because no one wanted the game in the first place. And even though we can make fun of these game studios all we want on why they want to go and make live service games, you can't really blame them, because when you just see how much money successful live service games make, it is just absolutely disgusting. Like, one example that I will always use is Destiny 2, and is somehow an even better example because the game is in an extremely bad state. I'm pretty sure we all know that right now Destiny 2 is just absolutely garbage, but even though the game is in the worst state that it has ever been in an extremely long time, it is still pulling crazy numbers on Steam. That game can still normally get around 30,000 to 40,000 people playing the game every single day, and there's basically nothing to do in it. And to make it even better, those players are probably buying tons of microtransactions too, so it makes sense why game developers keep on trying to make games like this, and you can make even more money if you go inside of the gacha game space. Let's just be honest, gacha games is just gambling. I don't really know why people just don't like to hear that, but that's literally what it is. Like, if you're playing a game like Genshin Impact, you're spending thousands of dollars hoping you get the character that you want, and there's a chance that you can just completely not get the character because it's RNG. Like, it's basically just digital gambling, and no matter how much you can lie to yourself in saying that it's different, it is not. And gacha games make a stupid amount of money, so tons of them are being made, especially right now. But with so much people trying to make the next big gacha game, a lot of them are going to fail. And not so long ago, we probably got one of the most embarrassing failures that we have seen in an extremely long time. A game that, when it got announced, in their same announcement tweet, they also ended up telling the world when it was going to be shut down. The game that I'm talking about is Love Live School Festival 2, which just me saying that is just extremely embarrassing for some weird reason, even though I'm an anime fan, so I should be used to just absolutely terrible names, but for some weird reason, this one is just different. This is a gacha running game that ended up being announced. A lot of people in the Love Live community was extremely really excited for this to come out. It was a game that already released in Japan, and a lot of people on the global side was waiting for them to make a global release so they could finally go and play the game. And I have absolutely no idea what you do in the game. Probably listen to some amazing anime music while you play some amazing rhythm gameplay, just for them to get this tweet. And in this tweet, they ended up telling us the amazing information that this game is going to release early February, so basically this month as the recording of this video, but the game is going to be shut down. The servers are going to end at May 31st. So this game is only going to be alive for a couple of months, just for it to completely shut down. So this leaves a lot of people asking one very important question. Why even release the game? What's the purpose of you putting in all these resources to make this game, buy servers, release the game, just for it to shut down a couple months later? And they also ended up saying that all of the in-app purchases that you ended up making are also going to go away. So why would you even spend money on this game if it's literally not going to mean anything? You're only going to be able to play this game for a couple of months. That is just going to completely get shut down and just not exist anymore. Now, a lot of people in the Love Life community was extremely sad. This is basically the thing that they were waiting for, and it's something that I can kind of understand. I'm an extremely big Uma Musume fan. I talk about that a lot, and one thing that you need to know about that whole space is that the people who make the game do not care about their global audience at all. So if they ended up announcing that they're going to make a global release just for it to shut down a couple months later, I'll also be extremely sad. But this is just such a confusing situation. Now, obviously, I wanted to find answers and I want to know what happened. Why did this game shut down? And unfortunately, I wasn't really able to find anything. People don't really know what's going on. But the one thing that I can tell you is that the Japanese version of this game is also shutting down at May, but just a little bit earlier. So that's probably the reason why the global version is too. If the original version of the game isn't even surviving, what chance does the global version have? And the global community is going to be way more smaller than the Japanese community. So I guess the developer just released the game, try to make a couple of money, get a quick payday, and then just leave. I think that's their goal. But yeah, basically that's it. What an extremely goofy situation. Live service games are just falling apart, but they are here to stay. They are not going anywhere. Anyway, that's it. This is just something that I want to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.